It takes a community to raise a child. And it's funny because it's actually an African proverb. It takes a village to raise a child. And it's something, I put it like this. I'm 50-50 with it, okay? Because I look at it from a sense of we need it. And then I look at it a sense of people are already don't take care of their kids and expect others to take care of their kids. So it's like, you know what I mean? I look at it from multiple different views. Then I also look at it from the stance of we have way too many predators, okay? The child molesters. I don't think we want our kids with them. Right. But then at the same time, like with your husband, if you see a child doing something wrong and putting someone else in danger, someone should be able to step up and say, don't do that. Enough is enough.
That's all he had to say about it.
Exactly.
He wasn't touching them. He wasn't,
exactly.
Just say, hey, wait a minute. Quit hitting your brother or whoever in the head.
Exactly. Because there used to be a time back in the day, and I'm not saying that back in the day we didn't have child molesters, but let's face it, in the last 30, 40 years,
it was just more secret.
Yeah. Now it's like in your face, your next door neighbor is a child molester. Or abusive. Well, back in the day, my granny talks about this all the time. You saw kids doing something stupid, and you thought, well, mom, dad's not here. Shit. By the time you got home, the whole neighborhood knew what you did. So you got neighbors whooping your ass,
That's true.
Yeah, the teachers whooping your butt, and then by the time you got home, you got whooped again, and then you're on punishment. And kids were learning. I'm not going to say that physical punishment is the best, but you have to admit, you didn't have all this crazy crap as far as shooting up the school and everybody, nowadays your average kid is more likely to be in a juvenile before they're 13, 14. You didn't have all of that.
No, but Gia, I have to tell you, I was in 3rd grade when I got a spanking from my principal in Kingston, Michigan, Mr. Kramer. I'll never forget him. I hope somebody out there, I'm not going to say my name, but I hope somebody out there, because Mr. Kramer was a good principal, but I got my first sweat on the butt, and you know what? That's all it took, and I had a little bit of fear, and I really wasn't a bad kid in school. And that's what my butt was made for, I guess. And it wasn't anything, but I had a little bit of fear that you can't get in trouble. And, now I take a look at teenage kids that one of my own or a couple of my own that I've actually had to go into school. And, you watch these other kids that are cussing out, like I told you before, they were cussing out the principal. And it's like, oh my God. My kids didn't get in front of me, but other kids, you're up there and they're railing out the F word. Well, I would have got it more. Right.
And that is something to think about. To me, this is just my opinion. I know people are going to disagree, agree, or be neutral. I feel like there should be a little fear. You should have a little fear for certain parents.
Right.
Because if you're not scared,
right,
then you're not going to care about the consequences. Let's be honest here. And that's the problem nowadays. First of all, parents are trying to be their kids' friends. Or their parents aren't there at all. So it's like no one has structure, no one has role models, no one has the parental guidance that they need. And then if they do, their parents are like literally 15 years older than them, so they're trying to be their big sister and big brother. It just becomes this who's the child and who's the parent, okay? Right. That's really what I'm at, okay? Because, I just knew with my uncle and with my papa, you knew you didn't do you know what I mean? You didn't cross the line with them. But at the same time, you didn't cross the line with your mom either or your granny, but you knew you could get away with more stuff because let's face it, who's really going to do the damage here? Granny or papa, okay? Right. But I'm just saying, there needs to be a little fair, just a little. I'm not saying that you beat the crap out of your kids or you're Hitler, but I'm just saying, when someone says, I'm going to call your parents, it should be some, okay. Nowadays, I would go ahead and call them, I don't care. Like, that's how some of these kids are. They're not afraid, so they don't care. And then you have the parents who eat up everything their kids say. So even though, they think their child is an angel, so, my child didn't do that. How dare you accuse such and such? I'm just like, really? Your kid is running around stabbing kids with pencils. I think okay, this is kind of, I see that a lot. I worked in a
Right.
daycare for a year, and
My life.
huh?
I was taking Canada.
Oh wow.
Little Mikey, I went to Elm's Fire.
Oh, oh
That's
my
where he
god.
got in kindergarten, Ellington, Michigan.
Oh my.
I hope he remembers. I hope he hears us.
Ah.
I still got the scar.
Oh my god.
He liked me.
Oh. Okay. I was at the daycare center for a year, and like people who know me from my first original channel know I would make videos about this. And working at the daycare, it was hell. That was basically up in your face birth control. Like, you see these demons, you don't want to have this at home, so don't have unprotected sex, okay? Let alone sex at all, honestly, because I was just like scared. Like, I don't want that coming to me. So I don't. God, those kids were bad. Like, we had 3-year-olds saying "shut the f up" and "you mf'er" and "you burn in hell." They're 3, okay? So they're already learning this language from at home. Okay, which brings me to this. These parents who let their kids do whatever and cuss and do things in front of them that you shouldn't be doing. But anyways, it takes a village to raise a child. 50-50. Let me know what you guys think.
Don't know how to be pros, get evicted. A woman could bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a sister dope enough to make you holler and scream? Hey, yo, let me